Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This will be just a quick 15-day update for you. We're doing all right. We started 119.8 kilos. Now I think 116.2. Might be off by a couple grams. Here's the screenshots. There's day one. There's day two. So we're coming along. I'll just give you a quick little gist. I've just wrote a couple notes. If you see me look down, I found the rhythm. We're into it. I've still got a lot of improvements to do on just the rhythm and how I'm going about doing this, but I'm doing quite well. Exercise seems pretty easy. Pretty much just going for a walk as soon as I wake up, or depending on where I am. If I'm not at my house, then I might just go to the gym, then come back and then go for the walk later. But so far I'm just doing one workout a day, and then I have Sunday off. Just to add on to that, so I'm doing 6 days at the gym and then just a walk for the second exercise of those 6 days, and then on the seventh day I'm just doing 2 walks, or I'm doing a walk and then a big stretch, just kind of a half yoga type thing. And then if that I'm stretching for 30 minutes, I'll just go walk for another 15-20 minutes, something like that. That's what I've done so far. I am going to take a couple days off because I've done something to my left shoulder. It's not bad, I just don't want to push it. So like today, it was the first day off. I've just done 2 walks. Not a big deal, not particularly happy or sad about it. It is what it is. I just don't want to fuck myself in the future. Should be good in 3 odd days. What else have I got here? Reading. Yeah. This would be a little bit of a tip for you guys as well, but reading, so I finished Atomic Habits. That went quite well. Finished it without a breeze. That was quite good. But I have noticed now I'm on my next book. I'm flying through it. First of all, it's a smaller book. Atomic Habits is this big. This one's 80% the actual length, I suppose, of the book. The words are still a bit smaller, but anyway, it's a bit more of an interesting topic for me, so I'm flying through. I'm noticing I'm not just having to get to 10 and I'm doing 11 pages just to be safe. I'm reading 20 pages, 15 pages, so that's going quite well. So I think if you guys are someone that struggles with the reading aspect of this a lot, I would just really, or you're about to start this challenge, I would just say make sure you can do this kind of long term. So pick a book. If it's a long book, cool. If it's not, maybe it's a series, whatever it is, make sure it's something you actually want to read. Now, Atomic Habits was something I wanted to read, but it felt like a bit of a slog, and not in a depressing way, but I was just kind of like, maybe it was just the early days of the challenge where I was like, I've got to read 10 pages a day, and I wouldn't, before I started the challenge, maybe read 5 times a week rather than 7. Maybe that was it. But this book now, now that I'm in the rhythm, maybe it is just a lot easier for me. But that would be a little tip. Make sure it's a good book or set of books. Water is the hardest part of the challenge. That might sound silly. It might sound like, oh, that's a lot of water, but I think I could get through that. If you're you guys, I thought I drank a lot of water. No. After doing this, no. So yeah, I've basically got to get through 7 of these, or 6 of these. So that's good fun. I did have a 2-litre bottle. It was a glass bottle. I accidentally dropped it, so that was really nice because I just had to drink 2 of those and I could visually see how much more I had to do. Anyway, that was rather nice. So I might just grab a milk carton when it's done with, so it's easier to track. Anyway, and I can visually see how much more I've got, but that surprisingly has been the hardest part. Sorry if you guys can hear that helicopter. Last bit, the diet. Like I said, I've done, and maybe this is the first video you're watching, I'm doing kind of a paleo diet, a bit of an animal-based paleo diet. Yeah, I'm doing really well. I've done carnivore before, and now I'm doing paleo. Paleo is a lot more sustainable for me. It's not a big deal. If I get a bit snackish, it's not as difficult, you know, with carnivore. Yes, you don't get as snackish. I'm definitely not as snackish as I was before I started the diet. But again, like with the book and reading a good book, I'd suggest actually picking a good diet that you can kind of tell yourself, can I do this long term? Now, whether you want to do it long term is a different issue, because you're like, well, I'd like to go out and eat with friends, or you know, I'd like to go to the pub or go down to a restaurant and just not really care that much. Besides the point. If you think you could actually do it, if you just lived in a box for the rest of your life, if you think you could do it long term, then I think that's probably a good indication, and especially if it satiates you. So yeah, I'm doing a pretty much 85% kind of carnivore, but I'll just call it paleo, and just basically having fruit, just to supplement, you know, basically. When I'm getting a bit snackish or I feel like something a little bit sweet, I'll just have a banana or I'll just have an apple. So it's pretty good, and clearly the weight's coming off, not as quickly as it did when I was carnivore, but it's still coming off, so I'm pretty happy. And then my last thing I've got here, the mental toughness. Yeah, I think I don't think I'm that tough, but I think I've kind of quit a lot of the excuses, because I'm like, this is a challenge, there's no ifs or buts about it, you've just got to fucking do it. So instead of being like, oh, I'll just do that a bit later, and then you don't do it, is what it is. So I've just kind of just gone, all right, shut the fuck up, we're just going to go do this now. I'll be like, oh, am I going to do this at this time, fit that in between this and this, when am I going to do that, you know. Pretty simple time management, which I think most people will find this will make you realize how much time you actually do have in the day, and how much we're probably wasting it just scrolling on our phone or watching YouTube videos, turning on Netflix, turning on the TV, playing video games, whatever it is. So this will really make you time manage a little bit better, a lot better. But yeah, the toughness, I dare say that will start after month 1, but I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen there. You would have probably, if you've seen my last video, then you'll know what that is. But that's it. That's the update. We're doing well. We're going to keep going. Thanks for listening. See you on the next one.